What's up, YouTube? So, I am finally back. It has been a long time. I lost my camera and I had a lot of progress recorded with the camera. I broke a lot of tools. It's been a long time since I've made a video just because so much things have gotten in the way. The weather around here has been nuts, so it's cold as hell inside the garage. Like I said, I lost my camera and I broke a ton of tools while taking the suspension off, which you'll notice is completely gone on the front and on the back. So with that said though, I am back and today we are going to be installing the control arms, the subframe, and a tie bar. And all these parts came from MPC. Alright, so obviously like I was saying, we went with the MPC stuff, we went with the control arms, we went with the subframe, and then we went with the tie bar. One thing I was really impressed by, and they seriously did not have to do this, and this is why I will recommend these guys. This isn't a sponsored video, by the way, but this really impressed me. They give you the key to get those subframe bolts off, which I thought was honestly like really stand up of them. I honestly think that is awesome. So MPC, if you happen to see this by any chance, thank you so much for including that. It saved me such a headache of having to go buy one of these. So once again, thanks guys. Okay, and so what you end up doing with this little tool that they gave you is you put it inside of your socket, which I don't know if you can see that in there. Yep, there we go. So you put it inside your socket. The easiest way I actually found to do this is actually put it on the bolt first and then put the socket over it, and then you can just take it out. But in this case, I've already gotten in the socket. So with that said, let's get the bolts off and try and get these control arms and all this other stuff installed. Alright, so next bolt we have here is a 17 that we need to take off. And once we get that one off, this control arm should drop. Alright, so that was pretty easy. Got both of those 17s off, no problem. And so far, so good. Alright, so our control arms are off. If you are just doing control arms, this is where you'll just want to put the new ones in. Obviously the 3 bolts and then the bolt that we took off here. But because we are doing a subframe, we actually have a couple more steps that we need to do. You'll notice these holes down here, that one there, and then you have one on this side as well. Also connect to your control arm. But before we put the subframe on, we have to take the 4 12mm bolts that connect your, I want to say this is the stabilization bar. If I'm wrong, comment down below, let me know in the comments. But yeah, there's 4 bolts, they are 12mm. So let's get those off and then let's try and get this on. So I guess that is what we are doing right now. Got all 4 bolts off. The stabilization bar has fallen. Then this is gonna go there. I don't know if these are going to be long enough though, so let me see what I can figure out. Alright, so it's now another day, and Sure enough, the bolts, the original ones, are too short. These original ones right there are about an 18 millimeter long, and then the next one over is 25, and then the next one over from there is 30. I bought the 30s just in case, but I think the 25s are gonna do just fine. So yeah, if you guys ever need bolts or anything like that while you're working on your car, I don't know if these people are just local to my area, but Tacoma Screw is seriously probably the most knowledgeable, and they can get you in and out super quick, and it's not very expensive, at least for what I was looking for. I walked out for like 10 bucks, and once again, these guys are super knowledgeable. So I highly recommend if you need screws or anything. Man, I love driving this thing, but god damn. Looks like the subframe is in, and then now I just got to go grab the bolts for the control arms, sneak them into here. Okay, so once you get to this point here, what you want to do is you want to look for your bolts that MPC actually provides you with. These are going to be longer than your stock ones because your stock ones will not fit the control arm, the tie bar, and the subframe. So first things first, I believe what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look for your washers that they also provide you with. So you grab your washer, put your washer on, and then you will put it into the tie bar. Once you are at this point, they provide you with this little spacer here, and you're going to want to put that spacer right there. So then you should have what looks like that, and then that goes on to your control arm, or your subframe and your control arms. Alright, sweet. They are on. This is on. All I gotta do is bolt them back on to here, and we are good. Alright guys, everything's on. So the tie bar is on, the subframe's on, and then the control arms are on. Now, the bolts for the control arms are a little bit of a pain, so I used the jack to kind of lift everything up. That'll help you out a lot. So everything's finally on in the back. I'm not going to be driving around with everything on just yet, so I don't know what everything's going to feel like. Obviously, we don't have suspension on the car yet, so with that said, if you haven't been keeping up with the channel, we are on our way to install bags. And so in the last video, we did hardwood floor in the trunk to get ready to put the air management stuff in the rear. And then, like I said, next step is going to be the air suspension on the front and the back, obviously. But yeah, everything so far is looking up for the car. If you aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we got the air suspension coming our way, going on these work wheels here. We will be getting a second set of work wheels here soon. And other than that, you know, it's finally taking shape. I'm super excited. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, comment down below what you guys think, and make sure to subscribe, guys. I will catch you in the next one.